It's Friday. We're here. We're live. It's Beyond Diamond, and it's the World Series.
It is the Fall Classic. Welcome back to Beyond the Diamond live show, off-season week 5, week 4. Don't even know anymore. But
The real offseason starts soon.
But it's the World Series.
It's the World Series. We
It's
got
the World
a lot to
Series.
talk about. It's the America versus Canada World Series, but I don't want to look at it like
call
that.
me George Washington. I'm going across the French-Canadian War, dude.
Yeah, but I thought you were on Canada's side here. So.
Oh, yeah. Call me Montreal, Quebec.
Yeah,
I'm
on Canada's side.
I'm on Toronto side.
Team Canada for a week.
Team Canada.
And
have a lot of maple syrup.
At Tim Hortons instead of Starbucks this week.
Yeah. What's the fries and the gravy?
Poutine?
Yeah, that one. I'm glad you ran point on that one.
Yeah, you could have said something.
I could have, yeah.
We're live. We're going to talk game 1. We're going to talk the whole series.
Predictions.
Some more. Damn, what did you do?
Dude, my phone. You see how raised it is?
What did you do?
I dropped it.
Off a cliff? Jesus.
Yeah. I dropped it.
That's ugly. Yeah, we're going to talk all about it. Also,
George Springer.
Yeah, talking about the Astros proxy there for us, George Springer.
Multi proxies.
Loperfido.
Straw.
Straw.
I don't think Loperfido made the roster, but Straw did.
Bo Bichette, I think, is taking.
He's playing. He made the roster. He came out today. His running did not look good.
It didn't. He's going to DH, right? So that means George is playing the outfield with that knee.
Oh, man. I don't think you could start Bo Bichette. I don't think you can. I mean, are you?
I think you have to. Toronto's trying to do what you don't usually do. Yeah, everybody says pitching and defense wins championships. Toronto's really testing that this series. They're like, let's just throw all our offense at them and
let's play first to 10.
Yeah, see if we can take it over.
First to 10.
Go Blue Jays, yes sir, Ivan.
Well, I think it's kind of crazy this past week. I don't know if you guys have been on socials, but the Astros once again are just the topic of conversation.
They keep getting brought up.
It's crazy. It's like that obsessed ex. Or just like the entire country's the obsessed ex. Why do you keep bringing it up? I am ready to see those boos to George. They're going to be some angry filled boos that happen in game 3, 4, 5 when they shift back to LA. And I'm ecstatic for it because it only powers them up.
Yeah.
It only powers them up.
If only Santander was healthy and played like he did last year. If Santander,
oh my God,
if old Santander shows up for this World Series,
is he on the? I don't think he made the roster.
What?
Let me look.
I thought he was healthy.
What?
Now? I thought he was healthy now.
What? Let me see.
I think George Springer deserves another ring. Absolutely. Los over on IG says rooting for Springer. I think we all are. Even though, like, technically the Astros come out on top either way because Teoscar and Kike. Former Astros. Former Astros all over the postseason making their mark.
We're everywhere. Breaking.
Oh?
Santander not on the roster.
Really? Is he still?
They're carrying Barger, Bichette, Clement, Ty France, Jimenez, Guerrero Jr., Connor Falefa, Lukes, Schneider, Springer, Straw, Verschow, with Heineman and Kirk. Alejandro Kirk.
Back issues, but maybe an excuse not to play him since he was playing so poorly. Interesting. Damn. That's crazy.
I love it. I think the Blue Jays are going to win the series. I think the Blue Jays are going to. I don't know. There's a I don't know. The Dodgers are really, 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 really good in the belt to win, and they spent $1 zillion, even though they Klarna a bunch.
Yeah.
And apparently, there's no interest and there's no anything. They just have this extended line of credit. But it's not economy 101, but it is baseball 101. And I do feel like the Blue Jays can. I think they're a tough out because they've faced resiliency this entire series. They had to get over the Yankees kind of mantra, the AL East, and get over that kind of elephant in the room.
Yeah.
And then they went 7. They were down 2-0. They were down 3-2. They had to win 6 and 7, and they did. And I mean, everyone knows I've been a Mariner truther for a while, and their pitching's legit. Their pitching, I think, is 1A to probably the Dodgers 1B right now. What resiliency has the Dodgers run into? They swept the Reds. They were all over Hunter Green. He was tipping his pitches. They went not even Abbott or Lodolo. They went old
So
boy.
weird. Yeah. Yeah.
They had the Phillies. They went into Philadelphia, made that pretty routine. Other than the only resiliency was the throw from Orion into the back net, and even then it was a tied game. They took care of business against the Brewers. Yeah, they won last year. Yeah, they're dominant, and I mean, Snell, Yamamoto, Glasnow, Otani is deadly. I don't know. Give me the Blue Jays. Even the Blue Jays in 6.
Wow. Wow.
And
Blue Jays in 6.
I almost wanted to said 5.
That's
But I'm gonna go Blue Jays in 6 because
That's crazy.
I think when we zoom out at the end, you could put Team of Destiny on either of the two teams. Like if the Dodgers do beat the Blue Jays and they beat them handily, like they were clearly the best team in baseball. But something about these Blue Jays that are just they're the number 1 seed in the AL. They're being talked down like some 80-win club that hasn't done anything. Like
That's fair.
This team is kind of in it, and I think going Savage game 1 is kind of where they feel of like, hey, we'll throw the rookie. He's answered the bell every single time. We're at home. Why not get his feet wet in the World Series at home? Like, I don't know. Something about these Blue Jays, man.
That's fair. I mean, that's what I'm rooting for. I just don't see it. I see more of like a Astros 2022 run from the Dodgers right now. Where
they're dominant.
They're walking their way into the World Series, and then I think the Blue Jays show some fight. Some of the Phillies did in 22, but I saying probably Dodgers in 6. I think that's what my head says. My heart says the Toronto in 7.
So even then, it takes for
Absolutely.
the most optimal thing. Toronto still has to win in 7.
I think so. I think they go back to Toronto down 3-2. Similar to some of the Mariners series. But my head says they go back to Toronto down 3-2 and the Dodgers win game 6. Heartbreaking. I just think the Dodgers pitching is just too good. And then Altani's found it. He found it that last game. I think that's going to roll through. He's going to just be dominant this World Series. You know, Freddie Freeman's going to do his thing. It's just, unfortunately, they're just too good. Y'all got dope hats, H-Town. Shut out. They're both onlyhtown.com. We partner with them. Both
there's only a few left.
I love it when y'all coordinate outfits. It's so cute. Oh, I didn't even realize you were wearing. What the hell, man?
Do you always do this? You always do this.
At least you didn't wear the green one.
I know. I almost did.
I don't even have that one.
I almost wore the green one.
Yeah.
History favors Toronto. At least the Mariners didn't make it. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I mean, cool. Like, so this week, I was kind of, actually on the drive in, I was kind of cackling to myself, I was like, for some reason in my mind, I didn't really grasp um the magnitude of what George did in the sense because for some reason like the ALCS was just like to me the DS. I don't know why it is in my head, but to be on the precipice of going to your first World Series 9 outs away and it'd be ripped from you is funny in a vacuum because I've been in Minute Maid Park Game 7 2019 and I know that feeling and I was there in 23 in the ALCS, so I've seen both, but I've always been able to fall back on, or at least in 19 I had 17, at least in 23 I had 22 and 17. They had nothing. Like all you had was a Monday Night Football win this week and an AOS banner. That sucks ass.
Couldn't have happened to a better group of people.
Couldn't happen to a better group because
after celebrating Springer getting hit in the knee, I know it wasn't everybody. I know
it was a lot,
but
it was a lot.
It was loud
It
enough
was
that
loud.
it picked up
It
on
was
the
a lot.
TV.
It was a lot.
The TV speakers, the TV mics. Yeah,
I just. It made me like Disney evil witch cackle.
It kind
thinking
of
about it
made my October better. It like made my
George Springer saved my life.
It saved my October for sure. It was like this is a bad October overall for Houston sports and just everything.
Yeah,
and to see that happen, it just kind of lifted my entire month.
It saved my life. It saved my life. I don't know. I'm really pumped about this World Series because I think it is the two best teams playing, and I do hope in your case your scenario plays out where the Blue Jays win in 7. That means I get 7 more games of baseball. I'm very very much about to spiral out of like there's only 4 games left, and I was like I gotta wait till February to get my fix, but I I really am excited because the more we zoom out, and we talked about on the last show that I think Dana Brown and his team and Espada and his coaching staff and just what transpired in 25 was we built a house for a Category 2 hurricane and we got hit by a Category 5 hurricane of just injuries and Murphy Law of shit that I think they can look at the process, and you said it, the process was right in to a certain extent, that if they just go all in, if they just like, okay, we're there in theory, let's just go in over the top before the lockout.
Yeah.
That kind of excites me. And I love the Nate Pearson signing. I can't wait till the 5 days after of when the season is 5 days, right? As soon as the World Series ends, it's 5 days.
The next day. I don't know.
I think
it's usually like November.
No, you have that period of where the teams can sign their own free agents.
Yes.
Your own players, and then it opens up free agency. I think it's 5 days. So I want to see a dialed approach and the Operation Slug, the Operation Acquire ISO, the Operation Go Get Arms.
Yeah.
And just do it. I mean, we argued and we talked like, hey, the reality is they both know they're on the hot seat. Granted, the manager's not going out signing players; it's on the general manager and his team to allocate all that for the manager to have his players.
Yeah,
I want to see urgency right off the bat.
According to MLB.com, officially players become free agents the day after the conclusion of the World Series. So that can happen anywhere between October 29th and November 2nd this year, depending how long it goes. So, yeah, I mean, literally that next day we can start. Dominoes might fall immediately. Let's get to some of these comments. I'm starting to love these Blue Jays. Vladdy, Kirk, I'll always have love for Springer. Astros fans living vicariously through George Springer. Absolutely. I don't want LA and Houston to face each other in the World Series. I want 2017 to haunt them for eternity. Crying out loud, LA fans still talking about 2017. Agreed, let them seethe. There's 7 games left of baseball, but I'll be okay with 4 if the Jays sweep. Fair. Operation Slug, that's the operation.
Mm.
Acquire ISO. Scooble and Mackenzie Gore trade rumors floating around. Yeah, Mackenzie Gore and the Astros makes a
That
lot of
makes a
sense.
lot of sense.
To me, Toronto is easy to root for. Ex-Astros there. Toronto tweeted Houston after the 2022 World Series.
They
Vladdy
did.
Jr., new Yankee killer. I'm happy if it's not Altuve. Yeah. I mean, Toronto is about as close, especially in the AL, as close as you can get to the Astros as there is with all the ex-Astros, with how they beat the Yankees, with how they're now facing the Dodgers. It's very easy to root for them.
Yeah, and I just, it's funny that like the Dodgers have just become this like, I mean, I granted, like the media darling, you know where your checks are being signed, but man, it would be kind of poetically awesome to see Toronto win because they've kind of been the never the bride, always the bridesmaid with all these free agents and obviously the Otani stuff.
Yeah.
But uh, in the same vein, like they have to always overspend and they have to go out and you saw them overspend for Santander and not get any value of that. They had to give Vladdy about 500. Was it 550? 500. Um, when there was talks of him possibly walking, but yeah, I just think they're. Man, I think they're the better team. I think they've been through.
I don't know. It was 500, 14 for 500.
14 for 500. It's
the Dodgers
man.
have them in pitching, and the Dodgers also have a stacked lineup. That's where I'm sitting at. Dodgers starting rotations definitely better. Their bullpen, if you're talking about the bridge just going to Sasaki, is strong. And then their offense is about on par when they're hitting. I mean, Teoscar, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, like
for sure,
they're on par with Vladdy, Springer.
I'm actually getting closer to say Toronto to 5. The more because I think they're.
I hope so.
I think their roster their roster's built not to strike out. It's a roster that's built to contact. And what we saw with the Dodgers running through the National League, I'm going to give them their roses. They completely dominated the National League. But it was Glasnow going 7, striking out 11. It was Snell going 8, striking out 10. It was Yamamoto going 9 and striking out 13. The Blue Jays don't strike out. This team was built on high ISO. It was built on. I don't think I'm pulling on my ass. I think they were the number 1 team in Major League Baseball not striking out. Like, granted, it changes in October. The pressure's up, the volume is up, and I'm saying that, and they're going to strike out 15 times tonight. But I think they're just built. They're built to be tough and pesky and putting the opposing teams in difficult spots and making hard decisions. And if you keep putting Dave Roberts in a 7-game series at this rate, he's going to turn back into Dave Roberts. It's easy. It's very easy to go Snell straight to Sasaki. It's very easy to keep Yamamoto in through 9. It's very easy to make those decisions. All of us could do that. It's, hey, do you go Blake Tran here to face Springer, Vladdy, with Barger in between them? Do you go to my boy Bonda? Obviously, the devastating news with the Vesta family, prayers to them. Like, he's not on their roster. That was an arm that they trusted. Like, you start giving all these decisions in a 7-gamer to Dave Roberts when it's not as easy as going, all right, Glasnow went 7 for us. Like, what happens when Glasnow goes 5? All right, Glasnow gets his. He gets 9 punchies in 5. Okay. How are they going to cover 4? How are they going to cover 4 through 7? Like, You start doing that where the Blue Jays just went through that entire. They're almost like the Astros in the sense of like they have seen every possible outcome.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, nothing should surprise them now.
No, I think going 7 with the Mariners kind of gave them the adversity, getting through that, gave them that drive to get through this series with Dodgers. You are right. The Blue Jays led the league in strikeouts per game as a lineup. 6.72 strikeouts per game, best in baseball, least in baseball. The worst in baseball was the Dodgers, or not Dodgers, sorry, the Angels at 10.04 strikeouts per game. The Blue Jays were technically second in all like cumulative strikeouts. They had 1,099. The Royals had 1,096. But yeah, by far the best in the postseason so far. The Dodgers are actually second in most strikeouts per game as a lineup.
Here's your clip. Here's your clip. The Green Goblin mask of this series.
Okay.
It's Dave Roberts staring at that mask and Clayton Kershaw in the bullpen. There's going to come to a point where he's going to throw Kershaw in thinking, and it's going to blow up in his face.
Oh, man. I think him and everybody knows that Kershaw's not that guy anymore.
It doesn't matter. He's going to do it.
Oh, man.
I'm telling you, you give Dave Roberts opportunities.
You're selling
to
me
make a lot of decisions.
You're selling me on
You're
it more.
You're gonna get a series where the Blue Jays are like, we're alive in this.
It's obvious, but this is going to come down to starting pitching. I think. Can you Savage? Can Gausman hold up? And can the Dodgers starting pitching continue what they've been doing? If they can't, then yeah, I think I agree. Like if they're chasing Snell by the 4th or chasing Glasnow by the 4th or 3rd or something, I do think that's where Toronto wins. That's why I did say I still think it's Dodgers in 6, and I think the 2 the Blue Jays win is Blue Jays win tonight, game 1. I said 5-4.
Yeah, the Blue Jays tonight winning.
I had Blue Jays. I think.
Yeah, Blue Jays winning game 1 versus Snell, but you still have them. You don't have any. If they win tonight,
Phillies won game 1 of the 22 World Series against the Astros. I think they win game 1, and I think they win like game 3 or 4, whichever one Glasnow is starting. I think they get to they sing Glasnow with the Rays. I think the Dodgers win the Yamamoto start, the Ohtani start, and then they win both those starts. So
they're a minus 158 favorite tonight on the road, and a minus 215.
I'm probably gonna put something on Blue Jays tonight. I think Blue Jays win tonight.
+1. They're a +130 home dog.
I might get after that. Talking about Skubal's possible trade. I think he's going to be traded. I don't think the Astros are anywhere near that. They don't strike out, but they don't work counts. Snell's going to get another 7 innings pitch if he gets some quick outs. It's a good point. They do, because they don't strike out, they have a lot of 2 pitch outs, 3 pitch outs. But that's where it comes to, if they aren't outs, they can chase Snell by the 4th inning. The Brewers were built to not strike out as well.
The Brewers are fraudulent. Everyone was saying they were fraudulent in June. They're frauds.
It's more pressure on LA than Toronto. Yes, Toronto has the pressure not winning since the 90s, but LA has more of the pressure with the run they have. I think that's fair. Bichette was second in the AL in hits, and only trailed Witt by 3 hits because he played way less games. I hope he's not rusty. Toronto's offense better than LA. LA's pitching is better than Toronto.
I'll say this.
Immovable object versus unstoppable force.
Snell faced the Blue Jays on August 9th. He struck out 10.
Yeah.
Only went 5.
Interesting.
Dodgers had won big time. They got on Bassett 9-1.
Roberts will give Kershaw the ball to close out the series and his career. That is too predictable.
Oh, for sure he's going to.
to finish his career, he's going to get the last out of the World Series for the Dodgers. They're going to be up like 6-2 or 7-2 or something. I'm going to give it to Kershaw, let him get the last out. Might even wait till the last out.
They should. He's not that good.
I know. They might wait till ninth inning, 2 outs. They're up by like 4 or 5, and they give the ball to Kershaw to get the last out. Ugh, what a gross storybook ending. I think Ohtani's going to go off. I think he's going to, thinking about it, it's going to go down the record books, obviously, as the most successful free agent signing of all time.
We went to the moon in 1969. You're just breaking news.
No, I'm just saying,
obvious.
yeah, obviously, it feels obvious, but they signed a free agent. He immediately wins back-to-back MVPs, and they win back-to-back World Series. That is exactly that is prime A1 100 percentile scenario to happen when you sign a free agent. You're like, oh, we're going to get this big free agent. Hopefully he can win some MVPs and win us some World Series. He wins both back-to-back. That's never happened, obviously. And they've got all their money back from that giant contract. That's crazy.
It's crazy that you could put $700 million on layaway and get immediate returns.
Mm-hmm. As much as I want to hate him, like every fan base would want their owner to give that contract to that guy and do what they're doing.
Okay, other than the big names, who's your X factor in the series?
I think other than the big names,
other than like Springer, Vladdy, Ohtani, Betts, Freeman.
Yeah. I think Barger is a guy to look out for.
God dang it.
I think Barger on the Blue Jays side, it's big name, but like obviously like Teoscar on the Dodgers side. I want to say pitching, but I don't know which like it's hard for one pitcher to be an X factor, especially a starter. But yeah,
I think Barger's a kind of a big X factor. Who's their fire? Who's their Brian Abreu? Not Hoffman.
Varland.
I
like Varland a lot.
I mean, they use him like 13 or 14 games or whatever crazy it is. But
is Little on the roster? Is he going to get another big moment?
It's actually a really good chirp. Let me check.
June says, love Barger. I was thinking the same. You Savage got to keep dealing. Yeah, you Savage tonight could be a big X.
Little's on the roster.
Oh man, if you Savage comes out tonight, can we talk about him for a minute? Did you see the whole breakdown of like his year?
Yeah, he's pitching in the regional for ECU.
Yeah,
a year ago,
and then it was like a breakdown of like, oh, April started in single A, May he got his first start in double A. I can pull it up.
It's crazy.
And now he's starting game 1 of the World Series. Like, what a year.
He's one of my, I mean, granted,
here we go.
I'm a college baseball freak, so I knew of him. At East Carolina, kid was a monster.
It doesn't have the East Carolina on there.
Yeah, I have it. When
was his last start in East Carolina?
It was in 2024. So this last draft year.
Yeah.
He went 11-1 with a 2.03 ERA, 93 innings, struck out 145.
So last year he's in college ball. This year he starts April 8th, first career start, single A. May 20th, got his first start at high A. June 12th, first start in double A. August 14th, first start in triple A. September 15th, first start in major leagues. October 5th, first playoff start. The 13th, first ALCS start. And 10/24, starting game 1 of the World Series. That's crazy. We talked all about Cam, his rise and how quickly he was there. But to do it where you actually are pitching every level.
Yeah.
That's like he didn't hop. It was he took every step it takes to get here. and he's here and starting game 1 of the World Series over Kevin Gausman, which is a
I
little
think it was
wild
just
because he pitched
yeah.
Monday. But like,
But if you win tonight with Savage and you have Gossman game 2, I think that's a good. Ryan said Gossman will dictate the series like Framer did in 22 for sure. Bichette is back. Yes, the videos of him running just looked brutal. But if you're getting base knocks, you don't have to run. Corona's right. Luis Garcia would have had the kind of Savage rise from high A to ALCS if the Astros made the World Series in 20. I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be a damn good series. I also the Dodgers kind of did the thing that I've always wanted teams to do is like limit your starting pitchers throughout the year with whether phantoms or whatever you want to call it, and have the guys fresh for the second half and for the playoffs, and that's what they kind of do have going.
Yeah, that's the thing with
obviously that's a luxury, but
the Dodgers pitching staff. They're all pretty. Their arms are all pretty solid. Like Ohtani didn't start. Like Yamamoto, I think is the only guy that pitched the entire season for them.
I'm gonna look at their innings right now.
Yeah, because Snell was injured for half the season. Glasnow was injured for half the season. Ohtani, obviously.
Oh man. Okay. This is 25, right? Let me make sure. Yamamoto was a 5 WAR. Good for him. Okay,
yeah, great year.
Look, this is crazy. Game 1 starter. Blake Snell. He's at 61 innings in the regular season. Yamamoto had 173. The next highest was Clayton Kershaw at 112.
Yep.
Dustin May at 104. Tyler Glasnow at 90. Ohtani at 47. Obviously, you have Emmett Sheehan at 73. Bonda, my boy's almost done the most at 65 innings. They're
they
Sasaki at 36.
Unfortunately, what happened for them is what we were kind of hoping what would happen for the Astros. But about halfway through this season, we were like, oh, everybody's going to get healthy just in time for the October run. That is what happened to the Dodgers. Everybody got healthy right in time. Ohtani got healthy, ready to pitch right in time, and then he threw fucking 10K 6 innings in the ALCS or NLCS. Unfortunately,
arms are fresh.
Ranger Suarez. Somebody
one day closer to sign Ranger Suarez.
Yeah,
I would love that.
I would love that too. Imagine you get Ranger Suarez and like trade for Mackenzie Gore or something,
buddy.
I think if you can go get 2 starters like that, the Astros are in a prime position next year. But we're going to get all into that later. You also saw a tweet that said Game 7 of the ALCS was the most seen since Game 7 of the 2023 ALCS, but lower than Game 7 of the 2019 ALCS. I mean, I think all in all, viewership has gone up, and I think this World Series being...
You also have a whole country.
Yeah, having a whole country. This World Series, I think we're going to see it break some records, some recent records for World Series viewership. Certainly going to be higher than the Rangers Diamondbacks World Series. That was awful. Whoa! Shout out Indy with the super chat. George Springer is getting another ring.
Bang!
Hopefully that good karma. Thank you for that. Hopefully that good karma leads to it being true.
I mean, George needs a number 2. Like, George needs a 2 and Correa needs a 2.
He deserves it. I was looking at George's career. Man, he's a Hall of Famer if not for those injuries.
Oh, for sure.
He's about 300 home runs without all the injuries. I mean, with all those injuries, like he might be at like 400 home runs right now.
Well, the thing
is so frustrating.
And I said it last episode that I kind of got some inside knowledge on the Springer resurgence, and just
see you, Indy.
Thank you for the super chat. The resurgence of George Springer is is directly tied to the relationship and friendship of Uncle Mike,
Mm-hmm.
and that they sat down in the off season in Florida and they talked about adjustments that need to be made against just father time, against um, he was constantly being beat with inside fastballs, and Uncle Mike made the observation and adjustment, and George Springer to have the willingness to one listen and two to apply it, that he needs to get lower with his hands, get more athletic, crouch, and be able to get his hands through the zone as he's getting older. And by making those adjustments this year, and granted, George's year was, I think, is a 4.4 WAR, 960 OPS. And did he get in the 30s with home runs on the year?
Yes.
Um,
He had 32.
32. Okay, so 900 plus OPS, 950 plus OPS, all those home runs, a WAR where he's strictly the DH.
Somebody asked about why he didn't make the All-Star game. I was looking at his first half, second half. First half, he had an 853 OPS. Very good. Second half, he had a 1,121 OPS
That'll do
in
it.
50 games.
That'll do it. But the adjustments that were made, and you could see it, that allows him to get his hands through the zone, allows him to be able to be, hey, you're going to throw your best pitch. You're not going to beat me because my hands are better than your best pitch. And you saw that in Game 7. And there's no like, Brantley's not going to be hitting coach. It is like, why? Like think about it. You've made hundreds of millions, and you're in Florida with your family fishing. Like,
You have to
I'll concede
really
this.
love the game to
Why?
do
Yeah.
it.
Why would I embrace the grind again? Because not only are you not playing, but you're traveling like you are a big league player, and you're not playing anymore. You're doing that grind. Like, if there's anything, there's two roles and two hires the Astros should do. One is Yuli Gurriel, and two, Michael Brantley, the advisor, GM, whatever that special thing. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you need. That's what you need. Another set of eyes, another set of ears, allowed to be able to translate information to the players in a way. Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah, he'd be great. He'd be a great hitting coach. But like, dog, I already made my bag. Am I really gonna go to Sacramento and it's 96 degrees, sit there in the dugout in the middle of August? The Astros just lost 6 in a row. Do I really want to do that? Have the iPads?
Yeah.
No. I mean,
Yeah,
Florida chasing dolphin, dude,
I don't think anybody's
ripping lines in
I
the
don't think
water.
anybody disagrees that he wouldn't be good at the job.
No,
It's
he'd be
just
great
like,
at the job.
he has to want to do it.
Yeah. And maybe there's a time it comes where he does. But
there might be a time where he does, and maybe a few more years. I mean, he might. We're speculating with all this. Like, obviously, we're not in his brain. Maybe something calls him. Maybe they offer him. Maybe they want him bad enough. They offered him something that he can't refuse. But as of right now, I think it's going to be a few years before he misses the game enough to like come back and try it. Or Yuli or Manny as hitting coaches. I wouldn't hate Yuli. I don't know. Like, I don't know if Yuli specifically possesses that type of teaching.
I don't think you need a Hall of Famer or a former player to be.
No, you don't.
I do think for the Astros there needs to be a certain level of hitting coaches to be able to translate to the very Latin led guys, and like, that's what I mean. I still don't think that they're very happy about Cintron being fired. I know the fan base is happy, but I don't know if the guys are. But I mean, chat, without looking, who's the hitting coaches for the Dodgers and for the Blue Jays right now?
Exactly. Yeah. It's not like there's some former Hall of Famer that's their hitting coach that everybody knows about. Oh, they did this, they did that. You just want, for a hitting coach, you just want a guy that pays attention, that listens, that knows ball enough. Like, they're not going to make that big of a difference, but hopefully they don't hinder.
David Popkins is the hitting coach for the Blue Jays. You know who David Popkins is?
No. Yeah. It's a great point. It's a great point.
It's
Any
not like
hitting coach
some.
should be a career.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
I'd like him to be. Yeah. Hitting coach should be a 210 hitter with 7 career home runs. Yeah. Being a good hitter doesn't necessarily make you a good coach, make you a good hitting coach. Coaching is a lot more of just like personality than it is ability.
David Popkins was the hitting coach for the Minnesota Twins from 2022 to 2024. They parted ways and he became the Blue Jays hitting coach this year.
Interesting.
Never played above AA. Now I don't know the Dodgers hitting coach off the top of my head. I only assistant coach I know is Mark Pryor, just because I was such a WGN stan of the Cubs and all the Astros. But I have to literally look.
I mean, look at how many. Look at
pitching. They have
2
hitting coaches. They do the double. They do. I could have given y'all $1 zillion and a zillion guesses, and y'all would have not got David Popkins, Aaron Bates, or Robert Van Scoyoc.
If you look at,
what are we doing?
Look at pitching coaches around the league that are really good. Brent Strom, he wasn't some Hall of Famer. You look at Mike Maddox. If you told me one of the Maddoxes was a successful pitching coach in baseball, I'd be like, oh, Greg Maddox, awesome. Oh, it's Mike Maddox, his brother, who's actually very good at a pitching coach. You look at Murph and Miller. Neither of them had crazy careers.
This guy's.
I just think everybody wants like a coach to be like a guy they know, but like, realistically, if they hire some guy that I've never heard of, I probably have some faith that might be a good decision. To be honest,
the hitting coach for the Dodgers is 38 years old. He became their hitting coach in 2019.
Damn.
At 30, he was a hitting coach.
That's crazy.
That's impressive as hell.
I mean, to be fair, with the guys they sign, like how much is he? What is he going to say to Freddie Freeman? You know,
enough. I mean, I just think you have to speak. Each hitter has their own language, and you have to be fluent in those guys' language, and that's what baseball is.
Yeah,
and not even like English to English or English to Spanish or English to Japanese. No, it's
like if a guy likes analytics,
I'm a different hitter than you're a different hitter.
Yeah,
everyone's and how you consume data, how you don't, how you approach things. Like it's almost more being. You're almost like a hitting camp counselor where you're able to wrangle all these different egos and personas and walks of life and all that, and be able to translate and be able to be a set of eyes and be a set of ears. Like, so the I don't know. I'm just tired of.
Axel had a great point. I had a great geography teacher, but it's not like he was a great map maker.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not
pretty funny.
I'm not trying to sail the seas. You know what I mean?
Players who can't do coach, great players usually don't make good coaches. That's why Brantley shouldn't be. Well, I think there's exceptions.
I just think it's lazy to just be like, the Astros should get Michael Brantley as a hitting coach. Like, I feel like it's like a lazy take.
Well, I just
like,
think
it makes sense. Like, he knows his shit, but like,
everybody wants to know what's happening. You know, it feels exciting. Like a former Hall of Famer, former good hitter. Oh, they're my hitting. Like, it feels exciting. And I'm not going to say like I wouldn't be excited if they announced that Manny Ramirez was our hitting coach. I'm not going to say I wouldn't be a little excited. I don't know if I would be a little timid about like, ooh, can he coach? But it would be kind of fun and exciting to know that we have a guy that has been there. But yeah, like I said, I think hired somebody that was like no name, coached at college, coached in the minors for a bunch of years, and like he got a shot as a hitting coach. I'd be like, okay, cool.
The greatest hitter of our lifetime, Barry Bonds, got fired in 1 year as a hitting coach.
Yeah,
for the Marlins.
Yeah,
I don't remember the 2016 Marlins breaking every record. Like,
it's a lot of like, because with a lot of these hitters, it's hard to, when you're that talented, it's hard to convey why you're good at what you do because it's just your talent. And like, oh, I just hit it 450 feet. Just do that.
Cintron got you one of the best. Like, yeah, last year sucked, and the year before, like it fall off. But like, Cintron knew the team better than anyone. He's probably going to be the. I bet he'd be the Red Sox. I bet he's going to be the Red Sox hitting coach. He's going to land in a really good spot.
Yeah. I just think the issues we had with hitting, it's very easy for everybody to say it's the hitting coach's fault. That's just not really the case.
Do you think he wasn't banging his head against the wall, seeing Yainer Diaz with the oar of a bat chasing sliders in the dirt? I mean, I would say this once again. I hate talking about this still. You can be angry at Alex Cintron and everything that he's done. We had Alex Bregman jump into the IG and say it was a dumb decision for him to be let go. The emergence of Jeremy Pena to a superstar from the last 2 years of everyone like, oh, how do you get Jeremy Pena out? You throw sliders away. All of a sudden, he's a silver slugger. All of a sudden, he's going to be a six WAR type guy. Like,
well, and it was specifically a stance thing they changed as well.
Like,
but I don't. And yeah,
I mean, that's got to go to the hitting coach.
I just think it's just an easy thing to blame, and it's an easy thing for a fan base to be like, "Oh, our hitting's bad. Hitting coach sucks. Our pitching's bad. Pitching coach sucks." Like,
no, it's your roster construction.
Really, it's more about roster construction and approach. And like, sure, hitting coaches can affect it, and I wouldn't be surprised if a new hitting coach can come in and kind of breathe fresh life into approach and all that kind of stuff. But
he's gonna have the privilege of having a full year of Yordan Alvarez.
Yeah, but like, I don't.
I'm gonna look like a damn good hitting coach with Yordan Alvarez back in the lineup every day.
I mean, I'm not full like angry about them firing Cintron. I think it's fine. That happens in baseball. Hitting coaches get fired all the time. It does make an impact, but I don't think it's like the fix of everything. Cintron was a pressure fire. Yeah, I think it was more of a pressure thing than an actual impact. Same with Snicker as well. People always try to hire people not trying to be hired, running on dreams more than reality. The Mets hitting coach got fired for trying to change Juan Soto's approach. Yeah, there are instances where a hitting coach is fucking things up and like making things worse.
That person should. What was it in Game of Thrones?
Shame. Yeah, there's instances where that happens, and there's instances where a hitting coach unlocks something for a certain hitter or whatever. Like, there's a reason the position exists. Like, it does have an impact, but it isn't like the entire team isn't hitting with running in scoring position. Cintron should tell them to hit the ball when there's a runner on second base.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a whole lot.
Call the halfback pass.
It's not all down to that. I think if Tony Vitello is successful in San Fran, there will be a lot more teams hiring managers from college. I think that's a really good point. Do we think this is a start of some sort of wave in the next like 10 years with baseball, or do we think it's just an outlier?
I think it's an extreme outlier. I think there's very, very few that can make the jump straight to the show.
Straight to the show is crazy. But I can see some college coaches getting some looks at like starting at AAA or as a bench coach or something, like hiring the national champions coach as like a bench coach or something.
But also, you're going from coaching young men to millionaire men.
No, I know. Yeah. Now all of a sudden, your first baseman is 36, has 3 kids.
Tony Vitello jumping in the stands and doing all the stuff that he did at Tennessee's. Justin Verlander's as old as Tony Vitello. Like,
it's going to be interesting. I'm really excited to watch it and see what happens.
There's one name only in college baseball that could go straight to the show tomorrow and elevate a team, and that's Max Wiener, the pitching coach for University of Texas. Be any pitching coach for for any team in the show. He's that good. He's that smart. That's probably the only guy, and even then, he's not even being a head coach. Like,
okay.
Like, it's going to be
unrelated question.
It's going to be interesting.
Do you think Sark could coach an NFL team?
Yeah, I think any NFL coaches, any college coach in the any football NCAA college coach can make the jump straight to NCAA or to the pros.
That happens more often for sure.
In baseball,
totally
You're
different.
going from, and granted, it's a little different now. You have NIL to manage, and there's still, you got 18 and 21 year olds. Now you have grown ass men.
Yeah.
That
It's a lot different to manage. You're not dealing with recruiting anymore. You're dealing with, is my 29-year-old multi hundreds of $1 million star, is he happy? Is he?
it's crazy. I still don't know how they got there. Like, I don't understand the Buster Posey connection to Vitello.
I mean, Buster's just kind of, I think he's very much just like trying to think outside the box a lot. He's trying to do things so different that it's kind of like doing it different just to do it different instead of doing it different because it makes sense. We'll see.
I mean,
I'm excited though.
there's one person extremely happy. That's Drew Gilbert. He's
Oh,
he's
yeah.
getting his college head
I
coach
didn't
to be
even
his now
think of
skipper.
I mean, obviously it's never happened ever, but I didn't even think of that. That's crazy.
Drew Gilbert's got his guy.
After Drew Gilbert bouncing around, for that to be the team that Tony lands with, that's wild. That's going to be probably pretty annoying in April. There's going to be the first game they play on ESPN. There's going to be, well, no, they won't.
Yeah.
First national broadcast, there's going to be a whole thing about Drew Gilbert and Tony Vitello.
Ryan, I agree. Tony Vitello is definitely going to Arkansas.
What's up, Andrew? Missed the old show.
The old Saban classic switcheroo.
Mr. Corona, NBA gambling was investigated since 2023, but I'm supposed to believe Otani was cleared in less than a year.
Well, it felt like less than a week he was cleared.
It was pretty fast.
It's crazy the Feds did a sweep and he's out of the country.
Yeah, I know. What's happening? What's happening in LA?
We didn't even get to our WBC stuff that we wanted to do. We'll do that later. But one thing that MLB.com did to wrap it back up and bring it back to the World Series was they posted the highest OPS in single postseason history in those players that won the World Series. Minimum 60 plate appearances. So A-Rod is the top in 2009 when the Yankees won. He had a 1308 OPS. David Ortiz was second in 2004 with the 1278. David Freese in 2011 had a 1258 OPS. David Ortiz again in the fourth spot with the 1206 OPS. And then the fifth spot was David Ortiz in 2007 at 1204 OPS. David Ortiz was just as good as it gets. But the reason why I brought that up was Vladimir Guerrero is currently sitting at a 1440 OPS in 2025.
It'd be the best postseason performance ever if they win and he continues it.
Granted, we say that Otani's gonna hit 7 home runs. He's gonna get his OPS up to like 1600 and strike out. I think Otani's about to
go. I think he was in a bit of a slump and that
he was in a slump.
It.
He was in a slump.
The best hope is that the fact that he came out of it, but then had to sit for.
And it was Game 3 when the Dodgers blew it open. He had a little CNI single between third and second.
Yeah,
that he rolled over, and I was like, "Oh boy,
that was it.
He's about to get hot."
We can watch this WBC thing. I want to watch.
Is
this.
It's there
like 3 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
I'll pull it up.
Pull it up.
You want to talk about WBC for a second?
Yeah. So, we still have to do our underdog thing as well.
No.
We're good.
We're good.
Okay. We partnered with Houston First for the WBC. So throughout the offseason, we're going to be pulling up old WBC highlights. Easy activation, just not your typical ad read that we're going to do. So obviously, I said it time and time again. Look for all the stuff we're doing with Houston First for the World Baseball Classic. We're going to hopefully give away tickets, merch, things like that. But right now, this is be a little segment. It's a 3-minute video of the 2006
USA versus Japan. Little MLB vault. Little mini doc video. It's like WBC 3 minutes long.
2006. So who's on that 06 team? Man. David Wright led the 06 team?
I don't know. We can
I'll look it up. I'll look at the roster real quick.
Well, let's get it going.
Yeah,
and then
pull it up.
We'll talk about the team.
USA roster.
Should play immediately when I click it. Y'all, let's lock in.
Wow, this actually
Well, it seemed inevitable when the polls were announced for this inaugural World Baseball Classic. The U.S. would face Japan at some point in the tournament.
Yeah, no, there's a whole lot hitter. Good to see you.
On that WBC Japan team, there were only 2 U.S. major leaguers at the time, Ichiro and Otsuka. All of the rest of the players on Team Japan were stars from the Japanese Professional League, and they're being opposed by Derek Jeter and Alex Rodriguez and Ken Griffey Jr., and they're in awe. They stood further away from the batting cage than they normally would, almost as if they were fans instead of peers. And Ichiro sensed this, so he gathered all of his teammates in the outfield before the game, and he said, look, this is no time to admire your competition. You are professionals and you can be better, so you don't need to look up to them, you need to look down on them and beat them.
He swings and stings along on the right field. Wells backing up, turning, and that's gone.
He then goes into the game, and on the 3rd pitch of the game, he takes Jake Peavy deep over the right field wall.
Ichiro jumping all over the Jake Peavy pitch and taking him out of the ballpark to make it 1-0 Japan.
So everybody bought into the message because Ichiro just showed them exactly the way they had to do it.
If Ichiro set an early tone, the next 9 innings would be closely fought. A taste of October baseball in March.
It would remind you of the 7th game of a World Series because it was so intense. It was back and forth. We were down. We tied it up.
Derek Lee. Damn, dude. Derek Lee. Blast for the pass.
The game would remain tied into the 8th when Japan appeared to take the lead.
The call, or rather the reversal of the call.
Wind coming in on it. Nishioka tagging up. Here's the throw home, but will not get there. And Japan retakes the lead 4-3. Now they're going to appeal at 3rd to see if he left early, and he did not.
We were watching from the dugout, and there was an unusual movement at 3rd base. Nishioka kind of rocked back to gather momentum before he broke to home.
Is that Griffey Sr.?
They have overturned the call at 3rd base and erased the run.
A pivotal call in this game. Did he leave early? Did he not? 11 years later, we still don't really know if he left early. But certainly it was a controversial
Was it
play.
a review or
The
just
Japanese team was very frustrated with the result.
And their frustration would only deepen when Alex Rodriguez came to the plate in the bottom of the 9th with a runner on 3rd.
Up the middle. That's going to squeak through. A base hit and the ball game is over. And the United States has defeated Japan by a final score of 4-3.
Little CNI single up the middle.
WBC is so fun, man. I'm so excited.
I-
There's so many little stories like that since that was the very first year of it, 2006. It's been going ever since. Did you find the full roster?
Yeah, I did.
Who are the other starters? Because I hope JPV wasn't our ace that year.
I was right. There was King Griffey, Sr.
Yes.
So the catchers were Michael Barrett, Brian Schneider, Jason Varitek. Infielders were Jeter, Chipper, Derek Lee, Alex Rodriguez, Michael Young, Chase Utley, and Teixeira. Outfield was Johnny Damon, Jeff Francoeur, King Griffey Jr., Matt Holliday, Randy Wynn, and Vernon Wells. Your pitching staff. Wow, that's pretty. Roger,
Jesus.
Al Leiter, Jake Peavy, Dan Wheeler, Dontrell Willis, Scott Shields, Brad Lidge, Chad Cordero, Brian Fuentes, Houston Street, Mike Timlin, Joe Nathan, and Todd Jones.
Damn. Yeah, the Japan ended up going on to win that whole thing. That was in group play. So it's similar to the World Cup where there's group stage and then it gets into the final 8 or Sweet 16. Final 8?
I think it was 8-4-2.
Yeah.
This is the Dominican team in 2006.
Yeah.
Outfielders: Moises Alou, Willie Taveras, Juan Encarnacion, Willie Mo Pena. Infield: Tejada, Beltre, Pujols, Jose Reyes, David Ortiz, Alfonso Soriano, Pedro Feliz. Their pitching staff, notables were Lariano, Fernando Rodney, Bartolo Colon. Let's see what other.
It's pretty stacked.
Cuba had a team.
Yeah, Cuba made it to the final. Cuba faced Japan in the final game.
Guess who was an infielder for that?
Yuli Gurriel.
Yuli Gurriel.
Yeah.
But didn't he win MVP
Of the World Baseball Classic?
He had a really good World Baseball Classic. In my head, I don't know why I have that.
The final was Japan versus Cuba. Japan won 10-6. Cuba and Japan both had the same record overall, but yeah, Japan won 10-6 in the final game. Wow.
I'm pretty sure Yuli was first team, and he would have been 20 years old.
2006 All World Baseball Classic team. Yuli Gurriel was second base.
The Puerto Rico team. Listen to this team: Bernie Williams, Alex Rios, Carlos Beltran, Ricky Leday, Jose Cruz Jr. The infield: Alex Cintron, Alex Cora, Carlos Delgado, Jose Valentin, Eduardo Perez,
Wow.
Javier Lopez. The catchers. This is just stacked. Yadi Molina and Pudge.
Damn. Wait, Yachty. So Yachty played in the first World Baseball Classic all the way until last World Baseball Classic.
You know what?
That's crazy.
Give me Yachty on the coaching staff.
So Yachty played in every World Baseball Classic until this next one he'll miss.
And he's managing.
Wow.
This shit means something.
Yeah. This
shit
is
means
crazy.
something.
Isn't it a story that Yuli would have signed with Houston sooner if not some rules in Cuba? Yeah. I mean, that's definitely the story for a lot of Cubans, but
Well, also
he was
Yuli would never would have Yuli being an Astro had to be the Astros were bad when Yuli would have defected.
Yeah.
And also he couldn't defect because he was nationally renowned. His family was baseball royalty.
Like Cuba's Shohei Ohtani essentially before.
Yeah.
And so it was tough for him to leave. World Baseball Classic should be played in the All-Star break like the NHL. There's been talks about something like that. I wouldn't be super opposed to it, but it does need to take a few weeks for it to be truly great.
Yeah,
The group stage leading to the I think it's the perfect
Oh my gosh.
the perfect format right now for the World Baseball Classic, and doing that during the All-Star break would just be really, really tough.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I could see playing the final or maybe the semifinals and the final four during the All-Star break. Like you play the group stage quarterfinals in March, and then you save the final four for the All-Star break.
You could do that. That'd be kind of sick.
But
Because already players are in form.
That changes a lot because players the rosters would change a lot, but that almost would change for the better. Maybe then countries can put their full roster into it.
I wonder if that's going to be a thing during the lockout.
They're definitely going to
figure out a way to make it.
Yeah, because I think players want to play. They just need more protections.
The Venezuelan team: Bobby Abreu, Maglio Ordonez, Miguel Cabrera, Indy Chavez, Marco Scudero, Carlos Guillen, Omar Vizquel, Victor Martinez, Victor Zambrano, Carlos Zambrano, K-Rod, Johan Santana, Carlos Hernandez, Freddie Garcia. Damn, the 2006 for the first one, they had some players.
They kind of dipped after that, to be honest. We're going to talk about 2006 here. We're going to get into more of the World Baseball Classic stuff all offseason. We'll talk through more of we'll go through each one leading to this next year.
Astro killer on the Canadian team, Jason Bay.
Yeah.
He had 70. Him and who's the scrappy catcher that pissed me off all the time? Jason Kindle.
Yeah.
Him and Jason Bay would just every game against the Astros just felt like they would
just stop.
Just go 10 for 11.
The NO Central of the 2000s was a grind.
It was a meat grinder.
But yeah, thank you to everybody for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
For another Friday stream. World Series starting tonight. I'm excited. To hopefully see the Blue Jays take care of business.
Blue Jays in 6.
I just want George Springer
Put it
to
in
hit
pin.
3 home runs. I want Miles Straw to go 5 for 5 and steal multiple bases. I want Loperfido to come in. Is he on
Not
the
on the
roster?
roster.
I want him to just miraculously make the roster. Somebody gets injured right before the game. He gets on there. He hits 2 home runs, and the Astros win the World Series.
Yeah, there it is. And I'll be watching at Big City Wings, Houston's Wing Joint Paul's Wing Joint, 14 locations with the newest one in Cypress off Tuckerton Road. So head over to Big City Wings. Today is Appreciation Day for everyone that has the app. So I think there's a huge $20 special going on. So make sure you download their app and be a rewards member. But other than that, that is the Friday show.
That's the Friday show. Thank you for watching and hanging out with us and listening on audio. We will see y'all on Monday.
We'll see y'all tomorrow night.
We will
Monday.
not.
On Monday.
We'll see you Monday.
That was my World Series call.
No, I know. Yeah, shout out Joe Buck.
Shout out Bucky.
And we got Joe Davis on this one. Thank you for watching and hanging out. We'll see you next time.
Peace. Love you guys.